at that.
But listen here, guys. Welcome to the next episode of the B Team Podcast. You have your three favorite hosts all here and ready to go. It's Boozy.
It's Rob.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ron. Ron Burgundy. Y'all know the nickname.
And we got a pretty action-packed episode for you guys today. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. We're super excited to talk to you about a few key points that we think are very interesting. At least hopefully you find them interesting. But yeah, I mean, Ronnie, you want to go ahead and kick it off with some of your thoughts?
Talk to me about the shades. This is what I need to know about right now.
What you want to know?
My future do be too bright.
Yeah,
my future is too bright.
My future's a little too bright. So
that really is what it is. That really is what it is. Shit. We had a
I'm not
week.
going to leave you hanging.
Did you say that? That would have been a treacherous start.
Not even trying to shake his hand.
After that, no, you can't.
Not even trying to.
You can't fall back on that.
Yeah.
How's your guys' weekend?
We kind of had a weekend. Friday. I mean, I know y'all hung out again Saturday night, but Friday night, you wanna tell you that was a side of you I've never seen before.
Was that Friday?
Yeah, that was Friday when we couldn't get in because of fucking quote unquote dress code.
Oh,
yeah, we pull up to this bar. It's our
looking fresh too.
all three of us had the exact same fit on.
Yeah, we were wearing the same thing.
Like not like the same thing, but in terms of like the attire, like it was a hoodie. I had a flannel on. All three of us had hoodies on. We weren't thinking we were going to like a nice bar or anything. We pulled up, right? Like everyone
we're looking fine.
All the homies
we were looking fine.
It was one of our
looking fine.
For context, it was
more than fine.
One of our homegirls' birthdays. She wanted to go. We were at a bar right before. She said, "Let's go to this bar over here in San Francisco. It's called Barbarossa."
Yeah, it's a bondage bar. It's a bondage bar. There's like bondage art and like black toilets inside the bar. It's a bondage bar. It's like a BDSM bar. Straight up.
Do you know this shit?
Straight up.
I was trying to go.
That's why you were first in line.
I was trying to fucking go.
No, I say that because to set the stage, it's not like a nice, classy.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's not a super classy
we
establishment.
didn't think twice about it. Most bars in San Francisco, especially like in the area that we were in, pretty relaxed. We get there. Boozy's first. We're the first out of like 10, 15 people that are pulling up. Us three get there first. Boozy gets there, hoodie on. Guy's like, "Oh no, sorry, you can't go." I'm wearing damn near the exact same thing. I'm wearing a flannel over my hoodie. I guess a flannel as a collar. He's like, "Hey, you're good." I was like, "What?" And then he tells Rob that Rob can't get in. And we're like, "Oh, damn, okay. But like, what are you going to do about it? They have a dress code. We didn't know it. Whatever. We're going somewhere else." We thought it was just a casual bar. And me and Boozy are walking out of line as all our other friends start pulling up. And Rob looks back. Keep in mind, this bouncer's like, what was it, like 50-year-old?
Like 6'5", 50.
50-year-old, like older American dude just chilling. And he was pretty nice about it, too, to be honest. He was like, "Sorry, it's not it's just not up to dress code policy." And I was like,
I don't remember.
I was like, "Damn, didn't know that."
Nice.
He wasn't.
Well, it got bad after you started talking.
Yeah, so for context.
What he was wearing like this like fake leather jacket.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was outside of the bar.
But he works at the establishment. And he was wearing a fake leather jacket with like some bummy jeans.
Anyways, before we dive into what he was rocking.
But that matters.
Rob's getting out of line. I didn't realize you had that many beers at the bar right before because Rob starts barking at this.
I was still in line.
you were definitely backpedaling a little bit because as he's walking away, Rob's saying, I think word for word was, "How you gonna tell me I can't get in here with that weak ass fit you got on?"
Yeah.
And the dude's like, "All right, kid, I'm not." Like, imagine you're just doing your job, bro, and like you're not getting paid enough for this shit. Yeah. It's cold as hell outside. You see these three guys just clearly in sweatshirts, not really, dressed up to what they have stood out that we didn't know about. And he's like, "Oh no, you guys can't get in." Rob just starts flaming this dude's entire family heritage and fit.
I feel it, dude. Like maybe he would have let us in if I fucking had my handcuffs, my whip, and my fucking my full leather outfit.
Yeah. It just wasn't enough.
I don't have.
It wasn't enough leather. It wasn't enough latex.
Did you just forget to bring it? Like it's one that you do own, or
I own one of the three.
You don't care to specify? I don't care to know, to be honest. I don't want to have to look at you in a different way in our friendship. So.
I don't want you to know.
Yeah, man. Don't smile at me when you say that. That's crazy.
You don't have that one, do you?
It's that one.
That's crazy.
It's that one for sure.
Yeah, but anyway,
you used
back to the story. Huh?
You used them?
I mean, I've used.
I know you're into some weird shit.
What's weird? Weird is subjective.
That's true. That.
I'm not gonna lie. I was Indiana Jones for Halloween one year.
And?
Had the whip. from the costume, actually.
Okay.
I've never used it. I still have it, but like for future costume use.
How long ago was that?
That was high school.
You're 27.
Yeah, but you know.
You never know.
Hey,
One of these years.
you know I can get that dang on.
Yeah,
No, I feel
We're
it.
going on a tangent. Though.
Anyway,
tangent
that bar. Do you see what's
Yes.
going? Do you see that video on Twitter about that exact bar?
Yeah.
That video was surfacing like Sunday.
Yeah.
But we happened to just be there Friday. What was you're the one who sent it to me. What was going on in
I
that
think
video?
Boozy sent
Yeah,
it to us.
so like for context, there was this homeless lady like sitting outside of Barbarossa. There was this older, like maybe 60, 70, maybe even 80-year-old looking American dude standing right in front of Barbarossa who doesn't have any affiliation with their bar. But it was super fucked up. Allegedly. But what's even more fucked up is he was spraying the poor homeless lady with a hose, like for like 10 seconds, spraying her down with water.
That shit was crazy.
It was like the same type. Yeah, it was like the same type of spraying that you would see in like videos from like the 60s with like the civil
like
rights
police
movement.
macing and shit like that.
It was unbelievable,
Dude,
unbelievably fucked up.
What pissed me off about it is like, bro was just chilling. Like, do you see that like comfortable ass? Like, he's just spraying her. He's just spraying her with a hose. And like, we don't know the context before, but I feel like no context before really justifies. Like, she's just defenseless right there chilling.
Well, even worse is in the video. You can allegedly. I didn't hear it myself, but like people were saying, you can hear her saying, "Help me." And it's fucked up. Like super fucked up. Like she's a person. Sure, she's homeless, but it doesn't make her less of a human than the guy that was spraying her or any of us. Sure, it was a bath, but you know what I mean? Shit's fucked up. It's not cool.
Honestly, I've seen the homeless shit in San Francisco is getting crazy. I tell you, so for context, it's been absolutely storming in San Francisco for what, like the past like 2 weeks now, honestly.
Dude.
Like, it was dead ass hail a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But it's been crazy, dude. I was driving, it was probably like 2 days before New Year's. I was driving out of San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get on the freeway, and bro, like when I tell you, streets were legit flooding. Did you see the videos of like dudes like on surfboards in there?
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I'm at a red light, and like I'm so grateful I didn't take a video because I think like the funny bones in my body wanted me to like record it, but like it was fucked up. But like, bro, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I'm parked like I'm like at a red light near City Hall, and I see the parallel street. It's like literally like a small river flowing downstream.
Yeah.
And there's 3 homeless tents getting flowed down there to somebody. So
You think they have flood insurance?
just wait. Just wait, bro. Oh, the shit's not funny. It's not funny. But there's 3 tents flowing down the street. And I was like, oh man, that's so fucked up. Like their homes are getting carried away, and that's horrible. And then I saw an arm sticking out of one of the tents. Like, dude was getting rafted downstream, bro. No, man. I gasped. I looked to my right, the car at the red light. I was like, oh man, I feel so bad. Like everyone else probably gonna have the same reaction as me, like trying not to look or like feeling so bad or like probably doing something to like help. And it's this entire family, and they all have their smartphones like right out there. They're like, look. That's what I'm saying. Like we get so numb to this shit. Like
it's crazy
though. These are real ass people, but like
this
you
is
got a free ride.
This is definitely like it's not mother. This shit is not real shit. This is not Mother Nature. This is London breed. This is her plan to clean the streets.
Maybe
She's scheming on getting reelected.
Yeah, it's a big machine. Hey, devil's advocate though.
It is for sure Mother Nature. What are we talking about?
I mean, maybe that's you can call her Mother Nature, but her real name is London Breed.
So what is she doing? What is she
She's
doing?
cleaning the streets.
How?
You just described.
There was a big flood
How did
through
she
the
do that?
streets, and this guy was just on his way out of the city in his tent, not even removed from his home, flowing out of the city. What do you think that is?
Sketch.
That's planned. That could be planned.
That shit honestly doesn't just happen, right?
Yeah, that doesn't
You know what I'm
happen. Okay, but what if?
But it did, though. That's exactly what happened.
What if though? Like, what did that woman do to deserve to get sprayed on?
I don't like the wording. I don't know if I like the wording of that.
She didn't.
Not to be like a victim blamer.
No, I don't think there's no matter
But
what.
we don't know
context.
that. We don't know the context.
You don't need to. She's sitting there on the ground.
Okay.
Dude is chilling,
What
elbow up, spraying her with a garden hose.
All right, now put yourself on the other side. You own Barbarossa or whatever store or bar that guy worked for, and you told the lady before anyone took any videos, hey, please don't sleep outside my establishment. Like, repeatedly, maybe 10 times. Or else I'm gonna spray you with the hose. Because I've heard that before.
That's but like
People. No, I've heard that before. Like this is not the first time.
Who you listened to?
This is not. No, I've seen other videos like of other homeless camps, like outside other establishments.
Nah,
like this is not the first time.
As much as I hate going to the police, I'd say like probably call the police. Like let law enforcement deal with it. Oh, that's his shit's still not working.
It's working.
Got some technical difficulties.
No, just unplugged.
You just unplugged. Yeah, still working.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, cool.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, we have like empathy for homeless people, of course, right? Like very unfortunate circumstances, not entirely in their control, but like if that's your establishment,
I think,
or if it's your property, everyone's empathetic until it's their property. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like just objectively, there's nothing that you need to see before that video just to be like, oh, dude is tripping.
Well, yeah, it's never appropriate to do that in any circumstance. Like,
she's sitting on the ground. She's clearly
posted.
less fortunate than the gentleman.
What are you doing if
What
are you doing if you find a homeless dude in your car?
Oh my god!
Well, he's inside.
You want to tell him
inside your car?
That actually
no.
Oh
What are you doing?
Happened in college.
What are you doing?
That happened in college.
What are you doing?
What were you gonna say?
Finish your story, then I'll explain what I was going to say.
So what are you doing if you park your car outside overnight?
Oh no, I didn't. I was trying to get it out. Sorry, what were you saying?
You park your car outside your property, right? Like you find a homeless person sleeping in the driver's seat of your car. What are you doing? You're saying there's not even an inkling of you that wants to spray him with the hose.
Well, he broke into my vehicle.
Yeah.
That's different than laying on like public property, which is a sidewalk.
Okay, but what are you doing? Answer the question.
If you don't have a hose readily available.
Probably opening and yelling at a dude, holding a bat, saying get out of my whip, but I'm not actually hitting him.
That's pretty much what I did.
Yeah.
Wait, what's good?
Did he never tell you about the time he found a homeless guy in his
We got
house?
some dirty mic. We got some dirty mic in the boys.
No. So last year, I think like Labor Day weekend, I bring my car up. I don't usually have my car here. I bring it up for the
I give you rides every other day.
And then Friday night, my like back window gets punched in. Right, normal shit. It's fine.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, unfortunately,
normal shit.
Yeah, back window gets punched in. I'm like, damn. Like, there's nothing in my car. They rummage through it. Right? I'm like, all right, I'll just tape it up and leave it for the weekend because obviously, if my window's already broken, I'm not going to leave anything else in the car, so no one else is going to break in. Right? Mm-hmm. Weekend goes by. I'm checking it every day. It looks good. And then Monday comes around, and then around lunchtime, I come out to check on my car, and I like walk across the street, see the tape's been punched in again. I'm like, there's no way, right? Like, who would do this? Yeah. Who would do this?
Punched in the tape.
Punched in the tape, right?
Exactly.
There's nothing in, obviously there's nothing in there. And I walk down a little bit more, and there's a homeless dude passed out in the driver's seat of my car.
That's crazy.
Driver's seat. There's more room in the back seat.
You would have been less mad if
there's more room for you can lay down in the back seat.
Like, did you hop in
completely upright?
Did you hop in shotgun?
He was completely upright.
Like, yo.
No, what I did was I just opened the door and I was like, hey bro, get the fuck out of my car. And then he just like picks his shit up. He like wakes up, comes to, looks at me straight in the eyes, doesn't say a word, and he just takes his shit and walks up the hill.
That's so funny.
His shit was in your whip too?
Well, he just had like all his like spare clothes like on his lap.
That's so foul, bro.
My car smelled so sad.
Bro, I wouldn't, honestly, like...
That makes you want to throw the whole car away, to be honest.
No, I did. I wanted to throw the whole car away.
It's so violating, so disgusting, like...
That was my goal prank, dude. When we were in college, one of our buddies in our fraternity, he just always left his door unlocked in his car. So every year, I try to get someone to see if we could just like make it organized. Like, I didn't really want to put in the work for it, but I just always thought about it. Like, I kept telling him, like, dude, you have to lock your car, because I was like, you're getting to the place, and like we're in like downtown Santa, we're in like a downtown city. Like, yeah, we have our own parking lot, but like, shit sketch. Like, you gotta lock your car.
Yeah. I mean, for context, we lived right next to a halfway house.
We've been through some shit. No, but anyways,
wow. Just be picking the worst places to live, straight up.
It could always be worse though, but it's okay. We're still blessed. But anyways, bro, I've been asking him. I was like, dude, lock your car door. He just didn't do it. He'd just get in. He'd be like, you gotta lock your car. And he'd just get cocky with it. You already know who I'm talking about. It's Joel. But one day, like, I wanted to do it so bad. I just never, I was always so lazy to do it. But like, I just wanted to have like either someone dressed up as a homeless person or an actual homeless person just chilling in the back seat for however long. And then, like, he gets in, and then he just turns around, they're like, huh? He's like, he would freak the fuck out, bro. Lock your car. Lock your car to our park safer. That's the goal.
And it's crazy, honestly. Like, lock your doors, hide your kids, hide your wife. You know the whole fucking spiel, however that shit goes.
Yeah, I had to get my car interior detailed twice.
Really?
To get the smell out.
Did they tax you on that? How much did that run you?
A few hundred.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
But safe to say, a small part of me wanted to spray him with a hose. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just a small part.
You know who I want to spray with the hose?
Well, I saw it. It's inside of it's inside of your whip, though. That's different if you're just chilling on the sidewalk, is my point.
You know who I want to
defenseless.
But like
not hurting anybody.
In front of your business, that's like your livelihood, which could affect if people come in or out. I mean, it was daytime, so it was a bar, so like, yeah. You should have been more chill.
You know who I want? You know who I've always
Inexcusable.
wanted to spray with the hose?
Who's that? What a transition.
What kind of hose?
I've always wanted to spray the IRS with the hose. As we get closer to tax season, this shit is going crazy, man. These past few months have been absolutely insane. But I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw this on Twitter. I don't know how true it is. Fact check me if I'm incorrect. But I think the House of Representatives was voting on a bill. I think they might have voted against it for 87,000 new IRS agents. I don't need that many people looking at my shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
87,000 for like 300 or 400 million people, though.
But
what are they really looking for, though?
I don't want to.
I guess fraud. But I mean, like,
they're looking for motherfuckers lying, scamming. Like, shout out to all the scammers.
Shout out to all the only cash businesses.
Yeah. I don't need no.
We ain't good for pod too many details.
Yeah. If you're watching this, anyway,
cash only.
It's cash only. But look, I've never been a fan of the whole tax system. I don't like the money that I work extremely hard for being like almost half gone by the time it hits my bank account. I also saw something on the news that said that they were trying to pass a bill that was going to remove income tax nationwide. Now, that sounds like my type of fucking country.
You wouldn't move to Texas?
I'm still in America, though.
Right, but I'm saying, like, to just get out of that right now.
Oh, you'll never catch me in Texas.
Yeah, that's what.
Hey, shout out to Texas, though. I've never been. It might be cool.
Who else we shouting out?
Florida. Hey, shout out Florida.
So far we got the scammers. Well, we got Texas.
If considering the fact that if they remove like income tax at a countrywide level and they don't increase prices of anything in California, I'm happy to stay here. I'm still happy to stay here even if they don't do it. But
it makes life a lot easier.
You look pretty happy to stay here as it is.
Trust me, man. I'm not, honestly, I'm really not going anywhere. But
that's what I'm saying. We've all been from California. We've all been born and raised in California, just different parts.
If there's no state income tax, though, there's definitely going to be an increase in federal tax.
Yeah.
Government's not going to be like, hey, by the way, we're about to bless y'all. It's going to be like, it's
going to take some.
There's give and take. It's never going to shift the scales. If anything, it might make it a little bit worse progressively, but it's never going to be like, y'all, we made it. We're here.
I think Denzel Washington had a really famous quote. It goes something like, I'm leaving here with some. I guess
I'm leaving here with some.
He's leaving here with some.
I'm leaving here with some.
But yeah, I mean,
would you move? If you had to move, honestly, you had to move out of here,
if I had to move out of here, I mean, I still haven't been to too many states within the United States. I love Miami, but I can't picture myself living there because I feel like I go bankrupt within like a week.
Moments.
Yeah.
Momentarily
could live there. I could see myself possibly living in New York. Just went to New York for the first time a couple months ago. It's fucking sick. Absolutely beautiful. Great place.
New York's always, I feel like no matter, there's so many just different lifestyles you can live in New York.
So many different lifestyles. I could be like 5 different personas in the same day.
No, just be yourself.
And and that is me being myself.
It's crazy because that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like New York is like I feel like if I was to leave California, I'm just very content where I'm at.
Yeah.
Plus my family's like not too far either, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that's big for me, whether or not like I'm like fully aware of it. But if I was to leave, I feel like it'd be either somewhere else in California or somewhere like New York, bro. Like it's just different. But no, I don't think you can catch me in Texas. But dude, this girl that Rob and I went to high school with, she's a realtor out there, and she just be posting the craziest cribs for like the shittiest houses prices.
Yeah.
In like San Francisco or just.
Well, you know those prices are like average American home prices. We just live in a fucked area.
Yeah, but no state income tax as well.
Yeah, but their property taxes are like way higher too.
You think so?
Yeah, they are.
You probably know that.
They are. Yeah, I mean, like personally, for like where I would live, been a couple places, and I think you always have to like live where your loved ones are. You know what I mean? Because after you go like to enough places, it all kind of like ends up being the same. You know, like every place has like the clubs, every place has like the restaurants, every place has some like outdoorsy and indoorsy museums here and there. Everyone pretty much lives the same lives.
Where are you trying to live, right?
I would live in California because that's where that's where all my friends are. That's where my family is.
If you had to leave, though, if you had to leave out of California, where are you going?
I'd probably go to New York.
You're gonna say some shit like West Virginia.
That's where all my Californian friends move.
Or just to different parts of California.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking leaving the country,
leaving the country, Europe.
I'd probably go to I'd go to London.
London.
You can catch me in London.
London's
with the
fine.
Utes. The Utes.
Yeah. Catch me in London with the lads.
Central Boozy.
Time.
Yeah. It's crazy though, man. Like, I know we were talking about Texas. This shit gets hella fucking hot down there.
And hella cold.
Hella cold. I know New York gets pretty hot too. California obviously gets like all of the different types of weather. Like in the cold, are y'all using lotion like that? Because I'm
have to. It's a must.
I like step out and I'm instantly ashy. But I know there's some people who are not the biggest fans.
What kind of people, Boozy?
Honestly, I don't really use too much lotion.
I mean,
what kind of people, Boozy?
So I mean, the opposite of me don't really use lotion from what I heard.
So
well, you're a man. You mean females?
No. You want me to say it?
Oh, I just want to be clear. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Who is it that's not using lotion at all?
People who descend from fucking Vikings, Scandinavian, Caucasian.
Are you asking?
Vikings
Are you asking if white people use lotion?
I'm asking if they use lotion. Yes.
I don't know, bro. I really don't. No,
But do they get ashy though? I don't think.
So I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing.
When I get ashy, I turn white.
No, they use lotion, but I feel like it's like
Vaseline
with like SPF in there. We're just like it's like multi-purpose because
they need
they're
the
like
sunscreen.
because they're allergic to the sun.
That's
not at all accurate.
I mean, I honestly I grew up my whole life.
Accurate, though.
I grew up my whole life thinking that I didn't need sunscreen.
Yeah, me too.
Did we talk about that? Have we talked about that on here before? About how we were just left out as kids?
Well, one of my goals for the year was to just try to tan more.
Right.
That's what we talked about in the previous episode.
That's your New Year's resolution.
My New Year's resolution was to tan more. But everyone needs sunscreen. But does everyone need lotion? Actually.
Kevin Durant needs lotion.
Who?
Kevin Durant.
Well, I mean, yes, he needs lotion. He doesn't give a fuck. He needs a cut too. He needs a lot of shit. But
he said it. There's like a Twitter clip. He's like, "What's the funniest thing you've seen about yourself on the internet?" He's like, "That I'm ashy."
It's also
true.
He's also rich. He's also that guy. He's also that guy. No, I mean, I've definitely every white person I've lived with, I've definitely seen them using lotion.
I've seen white people use cocoa butter. Dead ass. Straight up.
For what purpose, though?
For lotion.
For moisturization.
See now that's borderline cultural appropriation. I didn't
mean to look at you in the eyes while saying that. White people do be using cocoa butter.
What, you seen what Jerry curls right after too? Hell no.
Actually?
Yes, bro. They sell cocoa butter everywhere.
I know they sell it.
Are you talking? Okay, but here's the $1 million question. So I've seen. So there's. I've seen Boozy with tubs of legitimate cocoa butter.
Not tubs, normal sized containers of lotion.
Porcelain tubs, bathtubs filled with cocoa butter.
He uses tubs.
He uses tubs.
Buckets.
Certified bucket getter. Are you talking about that actual cocoa butter, or like there's like Vaseline scented cocoa butter lotion?
I don't know. It's just like the.
Is it like the big brown lotion bottle?
I've never bought cocoa butter myself, but it's the lotion bottle that said cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter goes crazy.
You guys gotta stop fucking looking at me.
I'm trying to include you in the conversation, bro.
That's fucking staring at me.
My eyeline is
like I'm supposed to correct you on what it actually looks like.
like, no, cocoa butter, right?
It does come in the brown bottle. So
It does.
They also do have the Vaseline version.
I'm aware. Yeah. No, but they're for sure. There's, I mean, because like they gotta. I don't know if they're getting ashy, but is ashy the exact same thing as dry skin?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
No, because you can have dry skin but not be ashy.
I know, but if you have like fairer skin, the dead skin cells, which are white, will not show as much.
Which is why you're not as ashy.
Which is why you don't appear as ashy.
But you still
But
are.
deep down, you are.
Can you
ashy.
feel the ash?
Oh, I don't know.
Like there are times like if
you
I'm
peel,
like
you
if
peel
I'm
it,
like
you can like dust it off.
Well, I don't peel.
Like
if I'm like in
I'll
shorts
do
and I
that.
haven't like put lotion on like the bottom of my legs or whatever, like you'll see like my calves get like a little ashy.
Oh yeah, I've seen that a lot.
For sure. I don't know. You are not talking about this subject, right?
Hey,
your shit looks like a chalkboard, but yours is ashy, bro.
hey, that's why.
We used to be hungover in college and go out. No, bro, it used to kill me.
Well, that's why
we go out and get breakfast hungover in the morning.
That's why
and you wear shorts.
The socks stay on 24/7.
No, but I'm talking about your knees, your kneecaps, bro. You'd leave sometimes and it would be.
Damn, for real?
Yes.
Damn. Yeah, it's all good.
you get ashy?
I mean, we're
Like
yes.
it like flakes off.
No,
I don't know about
my
flaking.
shit's not flaking.
No, it's not
It's a-
flaking
it doesn't
off.
flake off.
Yeah, it's not
It's just
flaking
like
off.
scaly.
You just got eczema, bro.
When my shit's dry,
That shit.
You need a dermatologist immediately. Flaking off. Flaking off.
No,
He's like, yeah, that happens to y'all too, right? Nah, that doesn't happen to anyone else.
That doesn't happen to
It's not happening to
I'm
anyone.
not shedding skin like a snake on the daily. Oh, I didn't put on my Aveeno today. I just lost 3 layers.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, no, that does not happen to any of us, bro. But,
No, but you should probably like contact your local dermatologist.
no, I'm by no means am I like dust particles falling off.
He doesn't grow body hair though. Like any like
Oh, yeah, my shit.
anywhere sounds. I don't know, but like I'm just saying, like, bro, like
You ever seen a dolphin?
Please don't finish the rest of that. You ever heard Boosie's dolphin noise?
man, we don't do that. I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now.
You're supposed to make the dolphin noise after I ask the question.
Hey, man, that was like the bat signal back in the day. We hit that, and everyone pulls up.
Is that what a dolphin sounds
Bro,
like?
we used to have
Something like it.
we used to do a remix to like
Blow the whistle.
stupid fraternity shit.
Blow
We
the
used to do
whistle.
like blow the whistle, and instead of like when Too Short like what's my favorite word, instead of bitch, Boozy would just
No, we'd be like,
no.
blow the whistle, and I'd be like,
Pull out the mic, bro.
what always baffled me was like when he started doing it, everyone like laugh. I'm like, no one's really asking when he figured out he could do that and why. How did you discover you can just make impeccable dolphin noises?
well, honestly, it was the first time I ever went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
It was talking to you, and you were
What'd you
talking
learn?
back.
What'd you learn?
I was like, I know he's trying to say something right now.
Yours is like ultrasound, like when
Yeah.
he was like connecting.
It was a deep connection, and then like I heard him, and I was like, I could for sure make that noise. And then it was
It was like when Harry Potter saw a snake for the first time.
I've never really watched Harry Potter like that. So
That's
I don't really
crazy.
know.
That's crazy. You need to get into that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yes.
Well, it's like
I really don't know.
basically
I've
the
never
snake
seen it.
started talking to him, and he could understand it.
Is that
so
like
he started?
the-
Well, that's
He's
because
basilisk?
he found out.
any snake.
No.
Any
Well, that's because he was part like.
Oh, is that the
because
Parselton
like
shit?
he was
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's
I
what
played
happened.
video game.
That's what happened to you with
You played
dolphins.
the Harry Potter. What was the Harry Potter video game?
PS1, Chamber of Secrets.
What was the like video game like? What were you really doing in it?
Honestly,
So
it was a
those
whole bunch
games
of-
are sad.
They were sad. Like
Those games
I
are
used to
sad.
get stuck in the area with like the mandrills and shit, screeching hella loud. Shit's hella hurt.
What was your guys' favorite OG video game growing up?
Spyro.
Really? You know,
Spyro.
By Ratchet and Clank.
That was cool too.
when I got a PlayStation 2, it was Battlefield. It was either Battlefield or Dude. the one that came with every PlayStation, Rayman. Rayman used to go crazy.
I wasn't really messing with
Were
Rayman.
you guys fucking
like
with like the fighting games? I was really tough on like Dragon Ball Z, like on PS2.
Dragon Ball Z to PS2,
Dude, going
insane.
crazy.
One of the greatest video games of all time.
Yeah.
The GameCube used to go crazy. I was running up those Crash Bandicoot games on there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. He fell off, low key.
Yeah, I mean,
what's Crash Bandicoot up to these days?
Is Crash Bandicoot considered like a one-hit wonder? Was there
he had some shit.
No, Crash Bandicoot had some hits. Spyro, you just mentioned a little.
Spyro was sick.
Spyro used to go insane. I used to run that up on like the Game Boy too.
Yeah. Yeah, really?
Yeah, Spyro was on the GameCube and on the Game Boy for sure.
I had him on PS1.
GameCube, I don't know how we didn't mention Super Smash Bros. Yet.
Yeah, that was one.
Those are
Nintendo 64
and GameCube.
And GameCube, but the Nintendo 64 I think was the best one.
NBA 2K is what. I mean, Rob and I growing up together, he would just come over, get the absolute work in NBA 2K. Mm-hmm. And he has a knack of looking over to the homies. And because Rob has played slightly more basketball than the average human being in their lifetime, Rob's go-to comparison every time he was losing, he's like, bro, he like looked at everyone else like, bro, this is so unrealistic. Like, can you guys, this would never happen in real life. I mean, it's like, to be fair, like he was right. It was like the older 2Ks, and I knew like there was like a cheat code where like on the PlayStation you just press square 3 times, and he's like Euro stepping a 3-pointer, and it would just cash every time. So to that point he was right, but if he just got like a regular shots like blocked, or like the ball stolen from him, or like that full court pass that never works in 2K that always goes out of bounds every single time. Rob's like, can you believe this shit? So fucking unrealistic, bro. This would never happen. This doesn't even count. And then he'd be getting 21 skunked, and it's his time to pass the sticks.
I wasn't getting clapped like that.
Right.
Be easy.
It wasn't. Rob does have one of the greatest game winners of all time in NBA 2K. Like a comeback that we've seen. That's probably the game that I think like some of like the greatest memories that you could have, because we also did like my park and shit growing up too, and like my player and shit. We just drip out all our players with like the exact same fits. We'd pull up, we'd spend all our money on the fits and none on the attributes, get ran off the court every single time. Yeah. But that was our go-to. So what was your go-to video game with the homies growing up?
I mean, honestly, my go-to video game with the homies, probably Pokemon. Like when I would have the Game Boy, like we would have like the little cord and attach that shit. We would trade.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, we would be like battling.
Adventure? Pokemon Adventure?
No, it was like straight up like Game Boy Advance. That's exactly what that was like Ruby. That's like Ruby,
Sapphire, Fire Red, Leaf Green.
You're talking about.
I'm talking about Pokemon Coliseum.
You're talking about Coliseum.
Remember that?
That was cool.
That one was cool.
But I like the fact
that OG Pokemon.
No, but yeah,
we would pull up with the Game Boy.
That was half my childhood, bro. That was half my childhood.
We would pull up with the Game Boy at recess.
Bro, I could never figure out how to like trade with other people.
Because you need a cord.
I know. I had the cord.
The people that had the cord were like low key the chosen ones.
Yeah.
Like they were really 10 toes down with the shit. Like original like kids nowadays like
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Bluetooth? We didn't have that shit.
Yeah, I didn't have that shit. I was so intimidated by the concept of whatever Bluetooth was. I was like, I'm not getting into that world right here. But you got that wire, you got that connecting cord to like plug in like at the top of my shit to the top of your shit.
Like kids were playing video games raw. Yeah. Like using the cord. Like no, like not like that.
No, I have a tragic story about
Robin's hella good.
I have a tragic story. It was my elementary school, bro. I went to a private elementary. It still hurts me to this day. What was the name of the device called? That cord that you connected that you could trade on?
The name of the cord itself?
Or like, you know the device I'm talking about, right?
The Game Boy
in order to like connect Game Boys to Game Boys. In order to connect Game Boys to Game Boys to trade in Pokemon.
Let's just call it USB for
sure. That USB that connected both the devices.
Yeah.
I left my shit in my backpack, and my mom told me not to bring it to school, and I left my backpack unattended. And I was feeling myself. I'd come in. Oh, thank you, bro. But I'm good.
Let me know, bro.
It was a lot. I just got into Dragonite.
Wow.
I just got into Dragonite. I was really feeling myself, man.
That shit's hella rare, though.
Yeah. No, it was.
And then someone just took it from you.
And I didn't even know until I got back. And I saw that it was traded away. And you know what the biggest...
They traded it to themselves?
You know what the
No!
You know what the biggest slap in the face was, bro?
What did they give you? Magikarp?
A Dratini.
He
made me reset my process, bro. He made me reset my entire process. And you know how much you had to level those things? And they were so useless.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say he stole it. He logged in, used your cord.
He gave me his Dratini and took my
Dragonite. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it evolves at like a level 45 or 55.
But it's like those things were weak as fuck. before you got the Dragonite.
Well, 'cause
they had
it's
no kind of individual
Dratini,
sauce.
then Dragonair, then Dragonite.
Yes.
Yes.
That shit was weak as fuck, bro. Yeah.
They had no moves. They couldn't even fly.
He took my Gyarados too.
Yeah.
Now that I remember it, that's when you said Magikarp. He took my Gyarados too. I was juiced up coming in.
Yeah.
And I was, to be fair, like I was talking to Big Game. My mom was like, "Don't bring your Game Boy to school." I was like, "I gotta show the homies at recess."
Yeah.
It didn't even make it to recess, bro.
Damn.
It didn't even make it to recess. It was just in between periods.
That's crazy.
And I opened it at recess, and to this day, I don't know who it is, but if you ever see
on
this,
site, huh? It's on
you know who you are.
So
You better be taking care of my Dragonite to this day, however many years later. Because me and him that were special.
that motherfucker long gone, bro. That shit long gone. I mean, honestly,
I used so many rare candies on him, bro.
that shit's so gone. How do you guys feel about like girls that are down to play video games with you? Because I think that's cool. Like if a girl's down to play like 2K with me,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, she's chill. That's a green flag.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely green flag. But if she's good, red flag.
she's good at 2K.
If she's too nice and she's beating you, or like if she's too nice. Where did you learn how to
games though?
Where did you learn how to play
nice
that?
with it at like Mario Kart, that's cute, or like whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to like
Anything on the Wii.
That's okay.
That's
Here's
a
the
family
I'm gonna
That's a
specify.
family
I'm gonna
shit, right?
specify that. I'm gonna specify.
But-
If she's not into basketball like aggressively herself, but hops on the sticks on 2K and just absolutely smokes me, and I'd like to think I'm pretty nice with it still to this day at 2K. If I'm just, or if
Red
it's like,
flag.
I just have questions that need some answers.
Does her being better than you at 2K equate to high body count?
Well, at least I know there was one.
I know.
So what? Too many.
Hey, did y'all ever play those other video games growing up? Not video games, but those computer games.
I played hella computer.
I know you used to fuck with Neopets.
Sims.
No, I used to play
played
the
Neopets with my
fuck.
sister.
What was that shit called?
Y'all think your Neopets are still alive?
Hell no. Motherfucker ain't had an omelet.
In a minute,
I
bro.
don't even remember.
You think your crops on Farmville are still there?
No. Oh, I used to play like the games on like CartoonNetwork.com and Nickelodeon.com.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play those?
Addictinggames.com.
I played those before.
Heli Attack 3. It used to go crazy, bro. I'd be at high.
Or the kitty cannon.
Bro, we'd be at our middle school. I'd be at middle school. We'd go to the computer lab, go to miniclip.com. Miniclip.com, they just shut down, by the way. RIP miniclip.com. I think there's like 2 games left on there. But all the OG games, we're just running it up on them.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gone. It was like watching like a piece of your childhood just get wiped away.
Yeah.
Bro, kids got it way too good nowadays.
Bro, they got everything.
Their games are way too good.
They're way too realistic.
Did y'all have an embarrassing game that you played?
Embarrassing game.
I feel like Neopets is my most embarrassing.
I've never played Neopets.
I played hella RuneScape.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, RuneScape is fun.
Yep. Y'all know what Webkinz is?
Excuse me?
Y'all know what Webkinz is?
No, what is that?
No, what is that?
This was a dark time growing up, but there was a girl I had a crush on. I think it was elementary school or middle school, and she always had these like little stuffed animals on her. And I remember I'd be like, "Oh, that's like it's cute. Like we're like younger," but I was like, "Why do you always have like these different ones?" She's like, "Oh, I don't even really care about the stuffed animals. You need to buy each of these stuffed animals to get a new unlock coupon or code or some shit for this online game called Webkinz."
Webkinz?
Webkinz, Kinz.
Okay, Webkinz.
And I was like, "Oh shit, what's that all about?" And she's like, "I don't know. You might have to like see me online." And I was like, "I thought like we hop on and it's on some like Club Penguin type shit." Keep in mind, it's like the 5th, 6th grade, so I'm out here like asking my parents to like get me these damn near Beanie Baby looking things. I had 3 of those things at the crib, and my dad was mad confused because like
he was probably hot.
and I was
probably hell.
like they had no understanding.
Oh hell
They
no!
had no understanding as to the rhyme or reason as to why.
Says
But I'm
my
like
only son.
running.
No!
But like I was hellbent because like I needed to like chat with her online. Like that was my dedication. I was like, oh, I gotta see what she's up to.
Yeah.
And like not only I just want to hang out with her online. And it's like the weakest games you could have possibly fucking had. Like you're just like training your pets or playing like fucking like carnival wheels and shit on there. There's nothing that entertaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
I probably I probably asked my parents to spend like over like $200 worth of like plush things because you need to like renew your shit too.
Damn.
It's a scam.
But when you saw her, were you like, damn, that shit's hella sick. Game is crazy. Like how after you like went through the effort of doing that, like how was conversation in person with this girl?
I think we hugged a couple times.
Hey, no lie, that was big deal.
That was big deal.
Big deal.
That was big deal. Like,
hey, where's my hug at?
Like, remember that? Like, all the homies would gather around. Like, they're about to hug. They're about to hug.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna hug it. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like in 7th grade, like on the way home, I'd be going home with the homies. They're like, "Hey, how many hugs you get today?"
Oh man. Middle school.
Middle school.
Hey, bro.
But you know, like the side doesn't count. You got to get the arm around. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many hugs did you get? 5, 6. Okay, I see you.
And then y'all's middle school. I don't know. So me and Rob went to like rival quote unquote middle schools, but we're from the same area. We went to the same high school for context.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever asked you this, and I don't know if y'all did either.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever have? And like, I'm just like so concerned thinking about what this would be in today's world, or how it was even excused then. But did y'all ever have Slap Ass Friday?
Yes. We did.
You didn't?
We had Slap Ass Fridays.
Slap Ass Friday is the most out of pocket. Like, if you look back on this shit now, it is the most mind-blowingly insane thing that used to just be happening as a norm.
Well,
for context,
we actually need to bring that back.
Explain
for context. For context, Slap Ass Friday. It's exactly what it is in the name. Every Friday, the guys at the school would just slap the girls at the school's asses. And they'd be running around like, shorties would be walking around like hands covering their. I never partook in this shit just because I'm from an Asian background and bro. I was just.
I'll tell you why I think we need to.
I got my shit slapped. I was like, hey, bro.
I'll tell you why.
I was small. I was a small ass kid.
I'll tell you why I think we need to bring it back, because that's how we're gonna be able to tell the real from the BBL epidemic that is happening.
It's all about consent.
Well, I'm not gonna just walk up.
That's what that shit was.
I know what it was.
That's what that shit was.
I know what it was.
I need to check in with girls I went to like middle school with and just be like, hey, are you guys okay? Because like if you look back on this shit, that shit was insane.
Well, I think we grew up in a different generation. Like everyone's soft as hell now. Like I used to get bullied.
You're saying Slap Ass Fridays would be chill, like right now. I said
no, absolutely not. Like there's a lot of shit that we did as kids that's not acceptable anymore. I don't even think it was acceptable at the time. But
it wasn't.
It wasn't acceptable.
My mom found out one time, and she screamed at me because you know how she found out? We're waiting in the car, like 6th grade. She's picking me up from the front of the school.
Yeah. And
as I'm sitting there, there's like my friend that's a girl that I'm talking to. Yeah. And this dude runs up, smacks her on the ass, and she starts laughing, bro. But like to my Indian mom, she's like here to pick up her son, and she looks over and she's like shocked, and she's like, "What was that? Should we alert the principal?" I'm like, "Oh no, mom, it's just Slap Ass Friday." Yeah. And I'm also trying to explain it to her, like. I'm trying to see it from her shoes. Like, I'm explaining it like this is this normal thing. And she's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? I explained it, and she had made me promise I'd never partake in it. Shout out to my moms, raised me right.
I mean,
but at the same time, what the fuck?
Yeah, honestly, that's wild. I didn't really know that was a thing that happened outside of my elementary school or like
elementary.
I mean, it was like 6th grade.
Yeah,
grade, you know what I mean? Like kids that's like hormones are running extremely high at that age, and people are just
it's kind of like. It's almost like a natural thing.
It was like a weekly purge for these, like, they're just like, oh, fuck, it's Friday, better wear jeans.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck.
I never participated myself either. I'm like, it's crazy. I don't even know what the fuck kids do these days, right? Like, what the fuck do you think kids are doing on the playground these days?
Now they got Riz, bro.
Oh.
Now the kids have Riz.
What exactly is Riz?
Riz is just game, bro.
Yeah.
Riz is just game. It's just
I always thought it was for charisma. You know? I guess it's the same thing.
The Wizard of Oz over here, bro.
It's the same thing, though.
Anyways, I mean, get these shit. What did we do? We did shit in high school. Remember we played Assassins?
Oh,
that has nothing to do with.
But I was talking to him about. I was talking about the other day. We happened to grow up in like this is very like. It's a safe city. It's a safe city.
They grew up with them
in the burbs.
No, a bunch of Asian people. We grew up with
Them as in people that look like us.
Like us.
That's what I'm saying.
Very privileged upbringing, but like we played Assassins. You pointed the game, you're walking around with Nerf guns shooting people. I was like, imagine if we like lived in like,
which sounds pretty innocent.
Yeah, it sounds innocent, but like imagine like that shit. But like we didn't live where we lived. We lived in like
Boosie's neighborhood.
no, that's crazy. You live 20 minutes from us.
It's crazy.
This is how kind of privileged our high school was. Well, we were bringing Nerf guns to school for this game, and I think the whole school got shut down.
Wow.
Cops got called because somebody saw a Nerf gun in the back of someone's car. I thought it was weird.
Yeah, my parents were blowing up my phone. My parents were blowing up my
Nerf
phone saying no, it was like scary shit, bro. Like we didn't know it was Nerf. Like we had a group chat with everyone that was in it, and no one said shit.
It was like
no one knew.
It was like a code red at school.
No one knew. Like even like the person whose car was didn't know. Like at first, and everyone's like, "What if?" Like no one had any reason to assume. Oh, it's because it's clearly a fucking Nerf gun.
Yeah,
it says Nerf on the side, but like. I mean, better safe than sorry, but still, like, the repercussions were just nasty, bro. Like, the entire school, like, my mom's freaking out, saying she loves me and shit. Shit was scary, bro. Do you remember that day?
Oh, yeah,
I forgot that happened to me. Yeah, no, it was a legit lockdown, and none of us had any idea. Yeah. And then over the loudspeaker, false alarm, seemed that the gun happened to actually just be a plastic toy Nerf gun. Please resume your normal schedules. It is currently 6th period. And we're like, yo, bro.
Wow.
No, we were playing that game Assassins, and you pull up on people like outside of school, you shoot them with a Nerf gun, and there was a lot of money in the pot, or at least for the time.
That was like for the time.
There was like a buy-in. Everybody like put some money down.
We all bought in like $50.
This is the OG battle royale.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
We were Fortnite.
Everyone put money in, and then the last one standing won all the money.
That's sick.
So we were pulling up on people at Chipotle.
At Donut Wheel.
Oh really?
Yeah. We had a shootout because 2 people got hit at the exact same time.
Shootouts at In-N-Out.
So we made them back to back, walk like 5 paces forward each, turn and draw.
Oh.
I shot someone. I think someone shot me in the You got shot in the contact lens.
In the eye?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't worried.
It was me. It was me then. It was one of us. Yeah. The point being, I was just saying, imagine if we lived in like a fucking city where like violence is more predominant. We would not get away with the shit we got away with growing up. I think that's what most shit though.
Yeah, I feel like if you could see the future, you could prevent all of that shit from happening, though. It's true.
You talk different when you got the shades on. I swear to God.
You know, I'm not going to lie. So, a couple months ago, I guess you could say, I met this person, and she was just like, yeah, like, I'm hella into psychics. I'm hella into, like, tarot card readings. And obviously, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, that's. I can't tell who you're looking at right now, bro. Sorry, go on. Continue. And honestly, you know, I'm there and I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick.
First reaction. What do you do in that situation? So if your girl's hella into astrology and tarot cards, but you don't know shit about it, what are you doing?
First thing was first, I fucked it up by calling it astronomy instead of astrology. I was like, yeah, like. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm hella into astronomy too.
Talking about Jupiter and shit.
She was like, well, that's crazy because it's actually called astrology. I'm like, what do you know about Sagittarius? But, I mean...
You lying though?
Of course.
How much, that's a whole...
You guys don't think psychics are real?
I personally don't think psychics are real, nor have I ever gone to one. Some people swear by that shit. They think it's absolutely incredibly real, but I've never had a psychic experience, anything like that. And like I think the whole like tarot card thing is interesting. It that to me is actually right.
Yeah, I don't believe in any of that, but like placebo is a real thing.
Yeah.
And if placebo is a real thing and psychic shit is like placebo.
I feel like when it comes to
then psychic might be real. Psychics might be real.
I feel like when it comes to a lot of that, like you'll see like for example with astrology and like people who believe in it, shout out to y'all. Everyone needs something to believe in. Maybe it is real. This is just my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, bro. Like I feel like it's so easy to just put like a vague statement like
he's talking crazy, bro.
Specifically like Sagittarius, like this year you will experience a lot of highs and lows. But because of your personality, as you've always been able to persevere, you'll still be there like, no shit, I'm still alive. So, but like people really like, man, this really is me.
If I heard
This
that,
really-
I'd be like, damn, I should know.
Yeah, exactly.
I am going through some shit.
But like, it's because I put your shit in that box. And I can
Yeah.
think of like another broad ass sentence. Like,
Yeah.
you will experience some difficulties in your love life this year. For Rob's shit, for like, what the fuck are you, Aquarius?
The Taurus.
Alright, my bad. Are you offended by that?
No.
Well, like for a Taurus, I can
I'm
put
just
that.
kidding. I'm an Aquarius.
Right.
I'm Aquarius.
Are you actually?
No, you're not.
I get that shit right?
It's not.
Yeah,
Not.
No,
It's
you're
not.
not. Your birthday's in May.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Aquarius.
totally
Aquarius.
No, you're
Aquarius.
not. That's
is
like
end of
January. I'm pretty
January,
sure I
beginning
know
of
that's end of
February.
January.
Name one thing an Aquarius is.
Water.
Easy.
I
I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
I don't know anything about this shit, but I don't knock people who are. But my point is, like, I feel like it's so easy to put those broad generalizations
It is.
in there, and then like, but some people really die by this shit.
Yeah.
Like, really die by this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, those are red flags in girls, y'all.
Absolutely. If she asks you what time you were born,
Those are red flags for y'all for sure.
man, of course I'm gonna play along. Like on
don't think
the
it's
date.
necessarily right.
It's not a red flag for me necessarily, but it is something that like I'll just never be able to contribute anything to that point.
Well,
of the
no,
conversation.
like the whole like astrology thing is not a red flag, but when it gets to the level of, I pull out the deck of tarot cards, let's sit down and light some candles.
Yeah, then shit starts.
Well,
getting
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that is
creepy. That's creepy.
That shit happens.
Candles and shit.
All right, so y'all get some red flags. Should we do a little fantasy draft or for some green? I feel like even though my goal this year was to be on more of my hater shit,
Yeah.
I feel like it's all about balancing the scale. Should we do a little fantasy draft here of some
fantasy green flags.
fantasy draft for some green flags?
I got a lot of green
A
flags.
3-person
that I can come
team.
up with,
A
yeah.
3-flag team.
3-person team.
3-person team. I'm cool with that actually.
Start it off. You start it off for us this week, Boozy.
Honestly,
With your first overall pick.
I think there's so many fucking green flags, but I think like the number one green flag is if she gets along with moms.
First overall pick, you're taking get along with mom.
I think that's the most important.
It's foundational. It's a foundational piece. She's adding that.
Get along with moms. Yeah.
Because that's team chemistry right there. That's team chemistry right off the bat.
That's
Like,
long-term team chemistry.
Yeah.
right, exactly. Like you're taking out the
Yeah.
individual element with you and her, and it's tying to your original with your mom's. I think that's a great piece to build your team around for sure. What about yours?
All right.
There's a lot of first round picks for this
There's
one.
a lot of good picks.
It's a stacked draft class for sure.
It's really
Stacked draft class.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go something similar but a step closer or a step sooner. I'm gonna go with gets along with your friends.
Big.
That's
That's big time.
Because if she gets along with your friends, that means she cares enough to get along with them, and then she'll get along with your mom too.
And if it's also natural too, right? Like that way you do, like you're out, you're hanging out. You don't necessarily just have to like. You can enjoy your time while being with her without having to like feel like you're constantly having to like. Because she's very capable of being able to enjoy.
There's a lot of these.
Yeah.
That's a good first round pick. Because
then like you don't have to
Try.
go. You don't have to go.
Try to make her feel.
You don't have to go hang out with your friends and be like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I know you don't like them, but like.
And your guys' picks.
Instead, she comes along.
Yeah,
and then
and
we
it's
all
good.
hang out together.
Your guys' picks are like Magic Bird, like in terms of like the comparisons right there. There's going very similar, but they're still very different in their own element too. But that and a lot. Those are two focal points for sure. I think with my number one overall pick, my first round pick, I gotta go with good hygiene, man. I have to go with good hygiene just because, like it just says a lot. It says she cares about herself, how she cares about herself just for her own well-being, and then also how she portrays herself. Like, I'm talking like
nails done.
well, not even as much that, but like she brush her teeth at night. Like, does she like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like,
what's her bathroom look like?
What's her bathroom look like? Yeah, a lot of things that go into it. But I think good hygiene. And so not only that,
does she use lotion?
Not only that, but also like that's something that maybe you see it and you're like, oh, she's really on her shit, and it subconsciously steps your shit up. And who is that helping other than you?
Yeah.
If you're just upping your own hygiene, even though if you I like to think I'm already good, but I think like having her there is just keeping a motivational piece on my team, and it's going to keep me on my toes 24/7.
That's true.
She'll keep the rest of my roster up on their feet as well.
I've had females put me like on my skincare game, for example. So
for sure.
Like you're saying.
You have been glowing lately.
Yeah, it's these ring lights though, bro. Can't give them too much credit.
Who are you taking?
For my second pick, she's got to be able to cook.
Really? That's a big green flag.
Does she have to though?
Yes.
Well, it's a green flag. It's a green flag for sure.
She doesn't have to, but like That's my second.
You're building a wholesome. You're building a wholesome team over there. You guys.
As long as she acts like she can cook.
No, because like you could taste the fakeness in the food.
What if it's takeout, but she like presents it on a plate? Like you get home.
No, so like
she's like, oh, I made you food, but it's just takeout.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying she needs to make dinner for me every night. Obviously, like I would love to cook for my girl as well. But I'm saying like, if she can make some shit in the kitchen that comes out from scratch, that's fire. That's hella sexy.
Yeah,
it's hella sexy. It's hella sexy.
It's a great look.
Yeah. So
I know. I'm weak as fuck in the kitchen. So if she's inspired, no, that's a great piece to add to your roster. You're building a wholesome team over there. You got the vibes with your mom. Mm-hmm. She's cooking. It's a very.
I'm looking for like wholesome woman type thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm just talking about your roster. I'm just talking about your roster for your picks overall right now. You're building a good team over there.
Yeah.
I like the vibe you're going with.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. I think for my second pick, I'm gonna have to go with nurturing. So like very like motherly instincts, right? Takes good care of like plants, pets.
So you trying to get like breastfed?
You got mommy issues?
No, but I'm saying that's like a very attractive trait in a woman, right? Like if she like cares about other people.
Oh yeah,
right.
No, for sure.
Like wants other people to have a good time.
Yeah.
Puts like doesn't necessarily put everyone before herself, but like cares for things. Mm-hmm. Like in a nursing, like kind of nurturing way.
Y'all got me tearing up with your first two draft picks so far. I hope y'all find what you're looking for so far because these rosters are some tearjerkers so far.
I mean, yeah,
it's true though.
But I'm feeling it. I agree. I think for mine, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit here, but I think it is just honestly is as essential, if not more, to me. But I'm surprised this pick fell to the end of the second round. Yeah. But I think she's got to have a sense of humor.
Yes.
She's gotta have a sense. She's gotta have a sense of humor. Wow. Like that sense of humor. Wow. That sense of humor. Yeah. Like if it parallels mine,
that's a lottery pick right there.
I can't. Getting sense of humor in the second round is insane.
Yeah.
That was my honestly, I thought about taking sense of humor with number one.
That is,
but the fact that fell to me at 2, I couldn't let it slip another round. I think that's just team morale is at an all-time high, right? We got hygiene, keeping my roster on its toes, and we got sense of humor to just really, keep the morale at an all-time high as well, while also, working together for a common goal.
Mm-hmm. You know what this could have also been like a higher up pick, but I think third for me, green flag, she's got to be incredibly patient.
Wow, patience in the third is patience in the third is a steal. That's a steal.
Patience in the third, because like we're all building. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get to our final destination eventually, and sometimes we might say dumb shit. But like, just know I'm rocking with you. Like, just be patient. Be patient. Rock with me.
Doesn't jump off the boat. Doesn't jump ship too easily.
Exactly.
Holds it down.
Would you say patience is synonymous with loyalty here?
I think. Damn, I should have fucking. Loyalty.
Well, green flag. I feel like if there's no loyalty, that's not necessarily. That's not even. That's a given. Yeah, because like loyalty is like that's just like a foundation. Like you need to have that. With like if you're building, you're trying to build.
Yeah, it's a give. Yeah, give it.
Okay, I feel it. You're building up a wholesome team over there. Patience, getting along with moms and cooking. That's a traditional. That's a traditional shorty you're building up over there. And
we call that home training.
We is crazy. Who are you taking with your final pick here, Rob?
Oh, man. I want to say... okay. With my third pick, I'll take... She's, like, active. Or, like, likes to...
Fitness?
She doesn't have to be, like, a super, like, gym rat, but, like, likes to do things outside.
Tread carefully, because I know what you're saying.
Likes to do things outside, or, like... It's like somewhat
She's
athletic.
not a homebody.
Like we could go like snowboarding or skiing together type shit. She won't like break. You know? That like just or like on a hike. Doesn't have to be crazy.
Why does it all have to go? Why does it all circle around physical activity?
Yeah, like
no, I'm saying like active. Like we can do active because I'm an active person. So I would like my woman to be active too.
That's like
I'm not talking about anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about just the act.
What are you insinuating?
Yeah, no, we were good. We felt your good. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just someone that's outdoorsy.
Yeah, or I'm not that outdoorsy, but like I like to,
No, I don't. If you
I like sports, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's got to be a hooper.
So I like at least can like understand a little bit, but that's not even that important. I'm just saying like active.
But you're drafting this pick.
Yeah. I think that's important.
So what are you trying to say?
No, I'm saying I just want someone who's like shares the same active lifestyle that I do.
Got it.
Right. And that wasn't on my draft board at all.
But I mean, all you
these are green flags, right? These are green flags. That
I hope y'all were really listening and reading between the lines. Of what he was
no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm
I
saying.
hope y'all were really listening to this shit. I didn't say that.
I don't know what he's talking about. But my final.
Don't act like that's not a green flag.
Yeah, no,
I mean, that's your green
it's
flag.
your green flag.
It is a green flag. Yeah.
No, definitely active. I agree for what you're saying on paper, but what you're saying,
No, I want someone to go skiing and snowboarding with me.
And not break.
And not
and not break.
Yeah, those are your words. All right, Ronnie, close us out here.
My final thing, man, again, I can't believe these picks are falling to me. I can't believe active, quote unquote, got drafted and not breaking, got drafted before this one. But I biggest green flag for me, honestly, it might be up there with number 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But getting this one in the 3rd round is crazy. Being motivated. Like being motivated for her career,
Have some goals.
her career, her goal, and she's
motivation,
passionate
yes.
about. She really takes her own life seriously, and that's sexy.
A motivated woman will motivate you to do better.
Exactly. I want someone where like I can inspire them, they can inspire me right back. Cause
that's so important.
That's what you're building towards. And those are 3 big green flags for me. I think we built up some solid rosters there. I think Rob maybe got a sleeper there with his last pick. Who knows what that pick turns out to be?
I got a good team.
But unbreakable, one might say.
Yeah.
Who you trying to convince?
He said, my shit's solid.
My shit's cool. My shit's cool. Should we take a break for a second? Hey, y'all been traveling a lot lately, right?
Yeah. Yes.
A little bit.
I mean, yes.
Did y'all ever? So I used to travel. I was very fortunate, and I was pretty blessed to travel a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like every summer, we'd go international. Definitely don't take that for granted. But I think I wasted some time in some of it. Like I'd be like on my Game Boy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be out there, and I remember like the biggest thing. We went to France one time. We went to the Louvre. Louvre, is that it? Louvre?
Lourve. But it's pronounced
L-O-U-V-R-E, I
Louvre.
think.
Oh, I don't know how to say that.
That shit, bro. That's where we went. Yeah, that's where we went. We went to the Louvre. I don't want to get that incorrect. But anyways, we went. And I was on my Game Boy the entire trip. My mom's like, we got to see the Mona Lisa. Like, we have to see the Mona Lisa. We have to see the Mona Lisa. And I was like, who is this chick? And so, like, not knowing it was a painting, I was a kid at the time. And I pull up, and we get there, bro. And, like, didn't have my, like, device in there. My mom didn't want me to bring it in. So I was like, honestly, worked out for the best. I'm there as a kid, not realizing how dope this is. And I see it. I see the Mona Lisa right there. Everyone's huddled around it, and like, oh my god, this is so incredible. We're seeing this, and like, I get it. Like, it's like I get the significance, but like, always had me wondering, like, is Mona Lisa even bad?
No, bro. Honestly, look, I'm sure like
she's not even smiling at me.
She could have been
like,
bad at the time.
In
like I get that the point was like,
But
they want to depict like a ordinary, and like at the time, like how like fucking detailed the painting is. It's I get it, or maybe I don't clearly, but like.
But is she sexy?
Nah, she might have been bad for the time, but if we're talking about modern bad, she's not bad. And she's just so one-dimensional.
What if she
she's not even...
She is hella one-dimensional.
She just looks the same every time. She's looking at me the exact same way.
I've never seen Mona Lisa do a different pose.
I've never seen her smile.
Is
she smiling in that picture? Is she smiling in that picture?
She's just hitting you with the smirk. Like she's hitting you with. I think she's hitting them with like the smize. She's smiling with her eyes.
She like knows. She like knows. She's like, yeah, I'm about to
like
get
kind of
her.
hitting you with like the up down, right?
Yeah, it's like.
But like, I think that confidence is kind of sexy.
It's.
Are y'all asking Mona Lisa out on a date if you're seeing her in person today?
Probably not. No. Because I mean, like, she doesn't look like she has much personality. She's just there. Yeah. She doesn't look like she does much. She's had the same hairstyle for hundreds of years.
But don't judge a book / painting by its cover.
She doesn't say much either.
She doesn't really say shit. She
doesn't
say anything.
Have you ever heard Mona Lisa say anything?
No.
Honestly, like,
maybe it's like a mystery. Maybe it's like a mystery, and like you don't know what's waiting for you. And maybe she's like, she could be. What if she was just jokes? What if Mona Lisa just had you absolutely gigging the entire
There's a
time?
chance she's absolutely hilarious, but like,
What if she had like a sexy ass voice?
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see her being a bad. Like I said, she might have been bad in like 1400, but like she's not bad in 2023. You know what I mean?
Like she sounds like Siri.
She might have been bad back in the day. I just, like I look at her and I don't see much. Like, I'm not saying she's not pretty. I'm not saying the artist didn't do a good job, but I feel like there's like a lot more to be desired. Like, what are
But
some-
maybe that's why it's such a dope painting. Like she's just a regular person, and maybe that's the.
So are you?
Yeah, I'm not-
are you
I'm
saying?
not- I'm
Are you
not-
saying people? Are you saying there are people? I mean, there's a lot of fucking weird people out there. There's billions of people in the world. You think people are flying all the way to France to go to the Louvre to stare at the Mona Lisa and be like, "Damn, you're bad as fuck."
What if
In person,
Imagine-
way badder than I thought.
No, I don't think anyone's doing that. But
I wouldn't
they
be surprised
would.
if there was one person.
There has to be someone. There has to be someone that was
I
like,
think way more people would do that if Mona Lisa got a BBL.
But you can't even see you.
What if Mona Lisa got a BBL?
You wouldn't know.
"This is crazy. I don't know what this spiraled into."
It has nothing to do with butt, right? This has everything to
I
do.
gotta pull up a picture of Mona Lisa real quick. Hold on, bro. I gotta make sure we're really on the same page.
No, I think the beautiful thing about Mona Lisa is that no matter where you are in the room, it looks like she's looking at you.
Is that true?
Yes.
I don't know how they did that.
Really?
So she is kind of smiling.
Oh, she's kind of wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, she looks like Christopher Columbus. To be honest, I take that back because Christopher Columbus doesn't look wow, but like she does look like Christopher Columbus. Maybe it's the paint style.
You've never seen a picture of Christopher Columbus in your life.
For sure, have.
Compared to Mona Lisa.
I think I'd go on a date with Mona Lisa.
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't discover America.
He didn't mean to either.
Yeah.
I'm not going on a date with Christopher Columbus.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I don't know. I think there's a lot of bad art out there. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that. Actually, I was gonna say she's like, you think it's like borderline hentai?
Is the Mona Lisa low-key hentai?
Yes, that's what I said. I didn't say that.
No. I'm gonna go with no on this
Okay.
one.
All right. Cool. Then we don't have to get into that.
But with that, we'll see you guys next time. You guys have any parting words? Boozy, I know you got something with the shades on. You're feeling crazy right now.
Man. Yeah. I mean, we appreciate y'all. If you want to send us a tip, feel free to do that too. I'll drop my Cash App in the description of the video.
You get your Venmo back yet?
No, I don't have my Venmo back. I actually on the outro I called Venmo and they said I'm like permanently banned. That's a whole nother story. Maybe we'll hear about it next
Hey,
week.
shout out to all the scammers out there.
All right, guys.
Shout out to Texas.
Hey, well, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure speaking to y'all, and we will see you guys very
Stay
soon.
safe out there, y'all.
Yeah, later, y'all.